Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. So as you can see, we have an absolute cracker of a day for us in front of us today. We've even got a little mascot, little dog. He's herding the sheep out of the way for us. What a legend. Anyway, we are returning to Penny Paddock. Now, I'll throw up a picture of the video when we were here last time. Basically, we unearthed well over 50 coins. We even had a coin spill with 12 coins in one hole. So we are back here today. We've just caught up with the owner and we are back here for round two. So we're going to get the gear out, get up here where we need to be, and we'll make a start, see what we can find. How many pennies are coming out today, I wonder? Oh, she's gotten muddy. Even worse than what it was before. Lucky we got a four-wheel drive. I don't want to get bogged here. We nearly got bogged in our last video. Now it's coming good. Righto. So as you can see, this big tree right here in front of us, just to the left of the truck, this is basically where the house used to sit. And that's pretty much where we hit on all those coins last time. So what I'll be doing today, considering pretty much right around my car is where I found majority of the coins, I'll be making sure I don't park in the same spot. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to jump up here right beside this tree like this, as long as we don't get bogged. Okay, so here we are, and as I said before, look at that day. It does not get much better than that. And believe it or not, it's actually winter time. So you would not think it's winter, would you? A beautiful winter's day. Anyway, we're going to get the gear out and we're going to make a start. As you can see, I didn't park where I parked last time. Last time I was parked the other side of the trees. So that's where I'm first going to be targeting, pretty much where I parked last time, and seeing how many coins we had the car on. So just quickly, let me do you a bit of a pan around and show you what I'm enjoying right now. Look at that view and look at the day. Absolute cracker. Beautiful. Beautiful country. Very, very nice part of the world. And as you can see, we've got ourselves a target. Now I haven't pulled it out yet. I've just dug the hole, stuck the pinpointer in. The target is there. And this is where we sort of had the car last time. So this is probably where the car was sitting on top of. And that was my aim, to start over here. So let's give this one a bit of a jab in the back wall. I must have been off digging him a bit. I dare say he's a coin though. Rang up neat like a coin. And pinpointed like a coin. Should be a coin. Righto, she's out. Right, we're right. Onto a coin. First one. It's a Commonwealth penny, I can tell straight away. It's got that ring around it. Beautiful. 1922 by the looks of that. And straight onto the clean pants. Not only clean, these are brand new jeans. FXDs. I love my FXD jeans. So went and got myself a brand new pair the other day. Ready to get dirty. Righto, we got penny number 2, I think. Sounds good. Penny number 2. Let's give him a dig. See what he is. That's not it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, what's going on? Alright, so we got penny number 2. For anybody that didn't see the video last time, be sure to watch it, because this is Penny Paddock. As you can see, this is why. 2 pennies in 5 minutes. Hopefully, we can turn them into a nice big silver. Because where there's pennies, there's got to be silver coins. They can't have just dropped all pennies. 1917 by the looks of that. We'll try and give them a clean up at lunchtime and give you a look at what we've got. Okay, so here's our next target on the Equinox. Oh, we got a brick. That's obviously part of the house. Was once here. So, and look, that was sort of where we put it. I presume the house was just sort of here, because the farmer First time I was here, pointed out to me just over there, there's a heap of bricks that have fallen down, possibly the chimney, or look, he said it could be a footpath, but it looks like a chimney. The bricks have just fallen down and they sort of all look like they've been paved almost as a footpath, but it does not continue for very long, so dare say it's chimney. Anyway, oh, better turn this on. This was a solid 20, so I dare say it's going to be another penny, and it's going to be oh, there he is. He's going to be a Britannia, I reckon. So we'll clean him up. Yeah, he is too. Just that, because the 20s, if you get a solid 20, it's generally a Britannia or a sixpence. It can be. Sixpence comes in at 19. However, they can jump up to 20, and so can a halfpenny, I've found. But generally, a nice solid 20, not jumping around too much, not jumping back to the 19, is generally a nice Britannia. So let's rub him on the clean jeans. Yeah, so beautiful old seeded Britannia. And you can see part of her there. Part of Victoria there. It's very, very hard. It's so muddy out here, as you can see. Just caked in mud. Anyway, it's worthwhile if we're pulling coins. Okay, so that's where the Britannia just come out, solid 20, and I'm walking forward. So we've got a nice 19 here. It's jumping to 20 a bit. So it's either going to be a halfpenny, like we just spoke about. I believe that's going to be a halfpenny, or it's going to be another Britannia, but just the way it was falling more on the 19 there, I do believe that's going to be a halfpenny. We could even get lucky and be rewarded with a nice little silver sixpence there, but seems like a bigger target. So there he is there, I reckon I can see him. Oh, we got him. We nailed him straight away. It didn't look natural in the hole. And yeah, little halfpenny. Just a hay penny. Hey there, penny. Right, so we're still humming around this power pole. We have not had any coin spills yet. However, we're still popping the pennies. Penny number 5, 1 halfpenny, 1922. Yeah, beautiful impression there too. So just popped him out, and that's what I seen. Penny number 5 into the bag. Let's keep going. Here's a great example of just how capable the discrimination on the Equinox is, and how good the multi-IQ target ID basically is, giving all those different frequencies in range and helping to basically single out and pick up on any good targets in the ground whilst being amongst other targets. And running those different multi-IQ frequencies, so running 5, 10, 15, 20 kilohertz, what have you, those frequencies often help punch through all this crap in the ground. So as you can see, when I flipped over this target, we've got all these big chunks of rust in the ground. Now this target was coming in a little bit sketchy, and you can see what he is right there. He's an old door lock key plate. Basically would have hung on the door, and that's where you would have inserted your key to open the door. However, what I wanted to show is, the fact that all that can be sitting, I think he was that way, the fact that all that rust can be in the ground, sitting with this potentially good item, good target, it's just a credit to how good the Equinox actually is, and yes, I have played around with the settings a little bit over the years, have sort of made it work to my advantage, and a lot we'll see in my coin settings. They're very, very good. They're very, very helpful with punching through the trash in those really trashy areas and helping being able to ID and single out those targets. So, and that's exactly what happened just there. Just wanted to show you though, as a prime example. Righto, here comes the next one. I will call him number 6. Right, there. Number 6, where are you? So, like I mentioned last week too, the paddock behind me, where I've got that bit of an audience going on. Oh, lift up. Oh, that's a big plug. Oh, and we got glass. Hot old air. It's got a bit of writing on it too. It looks like part of a lion. You can see the lion's mane and his 2 feet. Something. Basically, this paddock here where this live audience of cows is watching me, I'm going to be getting in there today. I've only got till 3 o'clock because that's when the farmer goes for his cows. And as I said to him, I would like to catch up with you before you start milking, so I'm not annoying you. I used to be a dairy farmer. I used to milk cows. I know what it's like. Anyway, he said that'll be fine, and we'll just keep humming along until 3 o'clock and go and see him. So with that, as I said, I will be getting in that paddock behind me. 1922 halfpenny. That's about the third one of them we found, I think. 1922. Must have been a key date. But yeah, we'll be getting that paddock in behind me, and we'll be giving a dig in there as well. So we've got a bit more glass coming out of here. Oh, blue and white china. Very nice. Righto, here's number 7. 1874. Lovely. A Queen Victoria on the back, covered in mud still. Isn't that beautiful though? 1874. And that's where he come from. Not far away. So, number 7. So, check out this little bit of glass that just come out of the hole here. Now, this is a perfect example what I was speaking of in my latest video. Now, the old AGM logo, AGM, stands for Australian Glass Manufacturers. Now, the early type bottles, what you see is just the M, and that stands for Melbourne. Now, later on, when they started getting more glass manufacturing warehouses around the country of Australia, they changed from the standard M, Melbourne, to the AGM, Australian Glass Manufacturers. And that's an ideal example right there. You can see the A, the G, and then the M, all on top of each other. And that's an early type design for AGM. So I'd sort of put him 1920s, sort of 1910 onward, this bottle. Almost about World War One, you would sort of put him. World War One era bottle. Anyway, with that, there's got to be more. There's got to be more. I'm going to mark this spot because I know there's going to be more bottles down there. Where there's this, where there's more, as you see in all my videos. What I'm going to do though is I've got to speak to the landowner because, you know, I'm here for coins and relics. I'm not here to open up massive pits looking for bottles. And so it's something I'll speak to him about first, as I did with the other landowner, Don, the other day. He's got no problem. I think it's always best to ask permission first. But as you can see here, what I'm standing on, or what I'm looking at right here, I know it just looks like a spot where the cows get in and dance. Looks like a little cow's dance floor here. But it's not where the cow's been dancing. This is actually the old well. And the reason why I know that is because the owner told me. A bit of inside information there. Anyway, you can see sort of a circle there. And over the years, he's filled it in and filled it in and filled it in some more. He did say years ago, his dad, he can remember when he was a kid, his dad coming up here and dumping tin cans and rubbish and all that sort of stuff in the old well. God knows though what he was dumping on top of. You know, there's probably bottles and all that underneath at first. So with that, you know, look, we're not too far away from it. So generally what they'd do is they'd fill up one hole and then they'd open up another one as needed. So maybe this is part of their first hole. Maybe that was their first hole and then they made other holes. Who knows? Who knows? I'm in a bit of a dip in the ground too. See that? So maybe this was a drain, a culvert, dug to release water at the back of the property, and maybe they were just dumping glass in there too. Who knows? Who knows? It's all food for thought though, isn't it? Righto, so as you can see, we've just had the farmer here speaking to us about what we found here this morning already. We've been going for, 2 hours, or about an hour and a half actually. It's about 10:30 when we started. It's just coming on lunchtime. Anyway, this is number 9. Now we actually dug a few more pennies while the owner was here in front of him. He wanted to see us dig a few out. And we also dug out a fork, a spoon, and a button. So pretty cool. Gave him a good idea of how what I'm doing, and basically how I'm doing it and how I find these things. And I think every target that popped out, he had a smile on his face. So just to see what stuff is coming out. So I mean, he's been here all his life, so to see all this stuff coming out of the ground that he's been walking over, driving over all his life is really, really cool. So anyway, we're going to stop for some lunch soon and then keep going back into it. Okay, so that's not a penny. That was a 16, so there was no way it could be. However, it sounded like it was too good not to dig, so that's what we done. And we're rewarded with a neat little buckle. Nice. Okay, so we're getting closer to the hay shed. I haven't been over this far before. It's all new. All new ground. I should probably get out of the sunlight, shouldn't I? No, I'm still in the sunlight. Ah, that's better. I'm a clever one. There we are, another penny. That's what it sounded like. 21, 22. I know I'm only just pulling a heap of pennies today. However, I'm sort of in a bit of a competition with myself with last time, seeing how many we can find this time. He's a 1920. He's a cracker. Beautiful. Okay, this was a 35. Big guy. Big guy. 35 on the Equinox. Generally a 35 on the Equinox is just a big chunk of brass, or it can be a cartwheel penny. I found a few of them now. Okay, oh, there he is. There he is. Looks like he's been bent or shot. That's not a penny. It's huge. What is that? Oh, it is a penny. It's an early type. Very early. We're going to have to give him a clean up. And we will give you a look. He will be around the 1840s, 1850s, I'd imagine. Maybe even earlier. Cedar Britannia on the back. However, being that thick, he's not a later penny. He's not a cartwheel either. So he's got to be later. He's got to be... Look, we'll give him a clean up. We've got some puddles. I don't think I have my toothbrush today, though. Oh, no. All right, let's just do it now with the hands. And let's put this to rest. Let's work out what it is. Look at the yucky puddles we've got to clean our coins in. Nice. Okay, so there it is. And I still can't see nothing. It's an old Britannia. And she's very, very well worn. Pretty toasted, this coin. But look, that is an old Britannia. I'm sure of it. A very, very early one. Probably around, as I said, 1850s, 1840s, maybe a little bit earlier. Anyway, we will show the owner. Everything that I find today, like I did last time, will be given to the owner. Righto, so as you noticed, we're just carrying the gear over and we are stopping for some lunch because I'm hungry. I'm hungry and thirsty. Anyway, stop for some lunch. I'm going to get the kettle on the boil and we're going to give these pennies a bit of a clean up if we can find another puddle, and we'll give you a look at what we've got so far. Righto, kettle's on the go. That's the main thing. Let's go clean these coins. Righto, so as we're having a coffee, we'll just take you through a few of these coins that have come out this morning. So what do you got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 pennies. 3 of them being Britannias. This guy here, half. Beautiful coin, 1874, and look at that condition. Absolutely lovely. Love it. Even had an old bullet squashed. It was found right near the house, so someone might have fired back towards the house accidentally. Who knows? Shot the wood stack. It had the old fob watch cover. Come up quite nice. It'd be silver, as you can see. No initials, no engraving on the back of that one. However, that will end up with a landowner also, because it could be, or it's obviously going to be part of his family's, being that it's his family's farm. But it could be the front off that other one that we found. So never know. He'll put the two together and match them up, I'm sure. A few other pieces here, just the big buckles. This little type of brooch piece here, probably had a stone in the center there, lost now. This other piece here, I just had him in my hand, 1494. Don't know what he was obviously a handle of some sort. You'd turn him on and off. The old door plate lock, cover and the old belt buckle. So that's about it. That's about it for this morning's effort. So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump out in that paddock. We're also going to venture to the left of that power pole. So out in the paddock to the left of the power pole. Let's go. Rightio, we're back from lunch and we're sort of ventured over to where we finished off before, where we went and stopped and went and had some lunch. And here we are, we're back again for another crack. So, but we're on the side near the hay shed now. We were going to jump over into the paddock over there. So, but we're slowly making our way over there. As you can see, we've got a nice little belt buckle. Like that. The other piece broke off. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. I seen him. There you go. It is broken, but it's still a cool belt buckle. I'm sure the owner will like seeing that one. Very cool. Wonder if he's got any detail on the outside. Well then, I don't know how I'm going to get this one. Let's see if we can get it, just for shits and giggles. I know it's not going to be the easiest. Let's see if we can get it. If we can get it in the scoop, we should be okay. Let's see how we did. Oh, we were miles off. It's hard to pinpoint in water. There he is. There he is. He's somewhere around there. Let's give him another stab and we'll come back if we get him. Hey, we have a winner. We got him. We got him. That was a bit of an effort. Well worth it for a penny though. What do we got? It's probably a 22 like all the rest of them have been today. That cow puddle stinks too. 1917. There you go. There you go. So number 12, 13, whatever. Now we're going to try and fill this hole back in. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere there. Right, moving on from the puddle, because I'm a big kid and liked playing puddles. And we've got another penny here. Right in the middle of his track. See how deep it is. It's in the middle too, like the wheels go each side. So this is in the middle, shouldn't be as hard a ground. Shouldn't, keyword shouldn't. Let's give that another look. Righto, we'll try and give him a stab and we'll come back, see what we got. I'm sure it's a penny though. Righto, so that didn't take too much getting out. And as you can see, we got another beautiful Britannia penny. Penny Paddock. You can see why I called this place Penny Paddock, don't you? Or can't you? There's just pennies everywhere. It's loaded with pennies. Penny Paddock. Okay, so moving on down the track, we were just sort of about where my coil is there. And we've got another penny. Almost sounds like it's sitting just on the surface. The tractor has probably pushed him up. Look at that, ears too. Oh, it's not a penny. It's a bit of lead. We got fooled. Righto, so as you can see, we've jumped the fence. We're in the paddock that I've been speaking of this morning, what I spoke of last time I was here, saying that basically if the house sat there, this fence line wouldn't have probably existed. Therefore, the coins and relics won't stop at the fence line. They should continue on out in the paddock. So we're going to give a run straight up this fence line and run straight back and see if we can't prove that theory correct. Well then, we've got a buckle, quite a nice little buckle. I've never ever seen one quite like that. It may have been off horse tack, possibly sat alongside the horse like that, and the belt went through and you pulled down on the strap to fasten it. So I dare say that's off a horse, not off a human. Righto, another interesting little piece, and pretty sure I know what this is straight away. The square head basically gives it away, and so do these two channels, one here, and if you turn him around, There's another one filled in with dirt there. So basically that would have sat inside a keg tap, a spigot tap. This square head would have been what you put the tap tool on and basically opened and shut. So, and then that is where the liquid would flow through. So that'll be open, that'll be shut, open, shut. Okay, so we're still going in the paddock here. We're on the way back now. We've went up the fence and we're coming on the way back, and we've got what sounds to be like our first coin. There he is, nearly lost him. 24, 25, could be a Commonwealth, I'd say. Like the sound of that, jumping around a bit. They generally jump around low 20s. However, I could be wrong. Oh, there he is right there on the end of the shovel. Geez, that made it easy, didn't it? Didn't even have to turn the pinpointer on. I love when it happens like that. So there you have it. We've got a penny, and it's sort of, you know, it's not really a hard theory to work out, but I sort of spoke of last week that the house was there, the fence was there, you know, the fines wouldn't have stopped. You can just imagine them walking over here and going down the paddock, or picnicking up the top here, kids playing, whatever. Still got to make it to that fruit tree yet, because that fruit tree, generally you find coins around them. And if you look up over there, you see that big tree there? That is where I've been told is the old dairy. And that's what they were here for. They were milking cows, they were farming, like what it is today. So still farming, however the old homestead's gone, and they built a new house just up the way there. So hopefully we're going to keep wandering that way towards the old dairy, where the dairy was, and we'll see if we can't pick up on an old cow tag, beautiful old buckle, even a few more coins, because you got to remember they milk cows twice a day. So twice a day the farmer and whoever else is here would have been working that dairy. Look how good the zoom is on my phone. Pretty impressive, isn't it? That's 100 times zoom right now. And I'll take you back. Ready? I'll show you how far out, or how far zoomed in you are. Ready? Wow! How cool's that? Technology, eh? Penny number 3 for this paddock. It's a 1922 again, I think, by the looks of that. It is too. That's the third 1922 1/2 penny we've got here today. So there you go. And number 3 for in this paddock. We've only just went up, and we're on the road back. We're making our way closer to that fruit tree. Can't wait. Okay, so I've tried to keep as clean as I can out here today. However, we got cow poo all over us. Just keep leaning down in it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just getting too excited. I get a target and I just dig away, and next minute I've got poo all over me. It's going to be an interesting ride home, smelly ride home. Righto, so we've got another penny. This is number 4 for this paddock now. Just jumping over the fence using a little bit of our initiative, and we've got another one, 1916 by the looks of that. 16, something like that, 12, something. Anyway, these will all end up with the landowner anyway, like I did last time. So look, that doesn't work for everybody either. I had a bloke there tell me the other day, and he said, oh look, I wouldn't like to come out digging with you because you just give everything to the landowners. And well, that's not always the case, you know. Some landowners want to keep everything I find, and that's fine by me. And then other landowners are just happy to see it coming out of the ground. They do not want to keep it per se. So look, at the end of the day, the way I operate is the way I operate. You know, I don't expect other people to be doing the same as what I'm doing. You know, each to their own. I'm not judgmental. So you go to a site, you don't offer anything to the landowner, you keep everything. That's completely up to you. How I work though is generally going to a site, and look, I got offered this site to come here and detect. I didn't have to ask for this site. I was approached by a mate. Anyway, long story short, when I come here though, even though I had the invitation to come here and see what I could find, I purposely said to the landowner, to my mate's dad, mate, you will get anything that I find. You are more than welcome to keep. And the reason being is because it creates a good reputation. It provides you with basically more permissions in future, and not only that, it allows you to return to these permissions in future, because sometimes, you know, you might dig out a property I'm just looking around this tree for bottles as I'm talking. Multitasking. Sometimes you might detect a property though, do it once, and you're not invited back, and you wonder to yourself, why? What was the reason for that? So look, I've found by offering up the landowner anything interesting that they might like to keep, then basically it always assures you a second chance to come back, because they think to themselves, oh hell, what's he going to find this time for me? So look, that is what it is. I enjoy coming out here and just digging up the history. I don't have to keep anything for the day. You know, it cost me what, 30 bucks in petrol to get out here, and probably another 30 bucks to get home. So be it. 60 bucks for the day, whatever, who cares? If I don't return home with anything, there's no skin off my nose. I've had a great day. Not only that, I've been able to shoot a video and share it with you guys. So that's what it's all about for me, saving and uncovering history. There you go, another one of these. We actually managed to dig one of these last time we were here. And this is a little butane gas stove, basically little butane stove burner, if you like to call it, little burner. The gas would have funneled up through there, come out each one of those pilots, and basically provided a flame for the burner, for the cooktop. Very cool, very cool. Number 5, or is that number 6? I've lost count again. Wonder if this one's a 1922. Oh, not if I drop him. They all seem to be though. 1922, 1920. Something? 3 maybe? It's a 92. Don't know. That's number 5. Just for this paddock though, so we haven't even made it to the fruit tree yet. We're still getting there. Okay, so number 5 might turn into number 6, because it looks like we've got a coin spill here, so I'm going to open this one back up again and see what else is going on in here, because there's another nice target in here, so it could be another coin. Where are ya? Don't hide on me, I'll find you. Yeah, see, there was no use hiding on me, mate. I was coming for you. I'd get you. What do we got here? 1922. Don't know. It's a hard one again. Don't know. Anyway, number 6, 7. We got ourselves number 8. Or is it number 7? God, I'm no good at counting, am I? Well, this is a cool piece. It's an old kerosene lantern. You can tell straight away, obviously. There's a little winder that would wind the wick up and down, but it's actually got something written on it too. I can't make it out right now. I don't have my toothbrush with me. Right, bottle, something. Make sure you use the right bottle. Yeah, I've made it even harder to clean now. Anyway, what we'll try and do is we'll try and clean him up before I give him to the landowner, because as I mentioned, everything is going to go to the landowner today, unless for whatever reason he doesn't want this. Maybe he thinks it's a bit of junk. It says Birmingham there. I can see Birmingham. So Birmingham is in England. So an old oil kerosene lantern. Made in Birmingham, England. So lovely. And he's even still got a bit of writing around the outside. They usually decorate these little winders and put a manufacturer's maker's mark or stamp on them. So I've got quite a few at home now. What a great piece. Look, he still works. Winding him in, winding him out. Beautiful. We could still use this guy. Well, aren't we glad we jumped in this paddock then? Check out this beauty. Australian Military Forces button. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. How cool is that? Very nice. And so that tells me someone was in the armed forces from here, whether it be a worker or possibly maybe one of the landowners, the current landowner today, one of his uncles, or maybe even his father. I'll have to run that by him. I'm sure he's going to love seeing this. I'll have to run that by him and see who served in the Australian Imperial Forces, Australian Military Forces. That is really, really cool. What a ripper. You know what I'm thinking now? There could be a military rising sun badge here waiting for us to be found. Also, just generally where there's a button, there's also a badge. Oh, got a penny. Yes, we do. Number 10, number 9. We're getting up there anyway. This looks like a 1923 by judging that date. Oh no, 1922. Gee, what a surprise. Righto, we're coming up on this fruit tree. As you can see, that's right in front of us. So we'll hit the fruit tree. And we'll probably go around him a few times, do some circle work. And see if he's got nothing for us to dig there. Now, I'm only doing a little bit rough out here. As you can see, I'm not painting the ground properly with my coil. I am missing spots. However, I am swinging pretty wide. You can see there, I sort of do a figure 8 when I swing. So I do re-swing back over some ground, but I swing pretty wide. I've got long arms. It helps me cover a lot of ground quickly. So from the fence there that you can see, that's only 4 runs to get to here. Pretty good. You see a lot of people, they sort of swing like this. You know, just meter to meter, side by side. I go from fully extended out here all the way to fully extended out here. So I'm getting at least 1.5 meters each side of my body. So I'm probably covering a 3 meter space in any one swing. So it does help. Well, we passed the tree. Doesn't seem like there's anything there. Bugger. We're going to have to turn around though, and we're going to go around. Go round and round and round the tree. Number 10 or 11, I'm not sure. We're doing well in this paddock though, but sadly we're running out of time. So I spoke to the landowner there before and I said, what time do you start milking, mate? And he said, oh, I generally go for the cows about 3 o'clock. And I said, well, or 3:30. I said, well, I will pack up and I'll get out of here by 3 because I used to be a dairy farmer, as I've mentioned numerous times, and yeah, look, I didn't like to be annoyed while I was milking. Cows are in the yard, you milk them and you go home and have tea. You don't want to be annoyed wondering who's down your paddock and whether they've shut gates or done the right thing. So as I said, we've got about an hour left of digging and then we're going to get out of here. Okay, so we're out of the paddock now. As I said, we are running down on time, so we're going to get back in here also because my bag is nearly full. It's weighing my pants down. So I'm going to make my way back to the car, finish off cleaning a few finds and just pottering around the car for the rest of the day, seeing what else we can find. As I come out of the paddock though, happened to get a nice target and I thought that's going to be another penny. And I thought, oh, I'll just dig it quickly. It's only on the surface. I won't damage the track too much. And once again, it was sort of in the middle of the track, not on the sides where he drives. Geez, I'm glad I dug that out though. That could potentially save him 600 bucks. The cost of a tractor tyre. They're not cheap. Anyway, so there was no coin, it was just a nail. And I do have the rust off, however it was hitting on the lead washer. So that's a nice one to be able to remove. So not a penny, even better. A $600 tyre that you didn't have to replace. So I've found quite a few of these in the past. However, can't say I've ever found one this big. Look at it, it's huge. I thought it was going to be a medieval sword when I first pulled it out. I was hopeful, wasn't I? And it looks like it's an old file. It's got that tapered sort of handle on it. Although, what would you file with that? That's huge. That must have been filing down the hoofs of elephants or something. That's not a file, can't be. I've got to speak to the landowner and see what he thinks, see if he can ID it for me. That's huge. I feel like King Arthur with his sword. Okay, so that's it. We are done. We're pretty much packed up. We're ready to go. We've got all our finds laid out to show you. I'm just going to show you though, look at the day. It's fairly changing. We've got that cold, breezy draft coming in now. In the next few days, they're forecasting rain. So glad to get out today and make the most of our time out here on such a nice day too, nice winter's day. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the stuff we've dug. So towards the end, we started picking up on a bit of modern rubbish, pretty much just over here. So the house was sort of over there, but I'd say a bit of modern rubbish has been burnt there over the years, because we have not found anything such as this sort of stuff, cans and bottle top lids, over the other house, over where all the majority of the other stuff, the good stuff, has been coming from. So anyway, not much to see in there, just the rubbish. Anyway, moving through to the coins, and we'll take you down to round one. So round one is below the dig it detecting sticker here, down the bottom, and we'll go through and show you what we did. So this is basically before lunchtime. So we've got the old spoon, we've got the old handle, got the old bullet and button. Pretty simple stuff, you've seen all that before. We also had the unidentifiable coin, not too sure. And what do we get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, technically 11. So 11 pennies for this morning. Not too bad. A couple of nice Britannias in there too, and as I mentioned, they'll all end up with the owner at the end of the day. So got the old key plate lock, the old pendant brooch type thing with the stone that would have been in the middle, the old silver fold watch cover, the old belt buckle, another little belt buckle, and we'll take you through to the top row. So basically, this is pretty much what we did after we finished our coffee and had a sandwich. So had some lunch. Anyway, we've got 3 1/2 pennies there. All pretty standard, just Commonwealth pennies. Moving through to the nice Britannia, and another nice seeded Britannia there, 1912. A couple of other Com pennies and Com halves. Nothing too special, I know. They're only Commonwealth pennies, but still cool to find that many in a day. My favourite find for the day though here would have to be this little Australian Military Forces button. He's an absolute ripper. I love him, and I'm sure the landowner's going to also. So as I mentioned, this will all be taken up to the landowner in the next 10 minutes, and let him have a look over, and I'm sure he's going to want to keep everything, which is a-okay with me. So anyway, we had the belt buckles, as you can see, got them lined up the back there, and the old door striker plate lock. So that would have been mounted onto the door, and that's where the striker plate, your door lock, would have went into. So the old gas burner, once again, a little butane stove gas burner, and they had the old keg tap, or I don't know what you call it, opening thing, I don't know, top up there where the square is. That's where you'd put the tap on, and you'd turn him to close him and turn him to open him. The liquid would flow through there. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Last but not least, we had the old kerosene lamp. Now I gave him a bit of a clean up. I don't have my toothbrush with me, however I got my fingers in there and I ripped off a heap of grass, and I sort of used grass like a toothbrush and got in there and cleaned him, because I was as intrigued to see what he said as I'm sure some of you will be. So he says W and B and S and M patent. W and B and S and M patent. That's a weird one, but it says Wright Butler Makers, Birmingham. So the Wright Butler Makers. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I just realised too, we've lost the centrepiece. Where is it? Must be in there. Anyway, that's about a wrap up for today, guys. We are going to get back here again very soon, because there is just so much stuff here. It's crazy, it's crazy. I could spend the next week detecting here non-stop. As long as I was fed and clothed, I could spend the next week here detecting non-stop and still be pulling stuff out the next week after that. So anyway, guys, hit that like and subscribe button, because we are going to get back here again very soon. We'll speak to the landowner and tee up for a couple of weeks' time to revisit this site and have another go. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and follow my adventures for future. Cheers, guys. Happy hunting.